Yah has smiled on me. He has set me free. Oh, hallelujah. Yah has smiled on me. He's been good to me. Yah has smiled on me. He's been good to me. Oh, hallelujah. Yah has smiled on me. He's been good, so good, so good to me. Brothers and sisters, bow your head. Father Yah, we just want to thank you this day. We want to thank you for being so good to us. Father, I know we don't deserve it, Father Yah, but yet you have done it, and yet you continue to do it. Father Yah, we love you so. We're here to serve you. Father, we're here to praise. We're here to love you. Father Yah, we're here to fear you, and we're here to keep your commandments, Father. Father Yah, I just want to thank you for everything you've done, you're doing, and you're going to do, Father. I want to thank you for my brothers and sisters, Father, who are in His truth. Father, I pray that you lift them up, heal their bodies, you heal their minds, Father. Father, you prosper them in every way, Father, financially, spiritually, mentally, health-wise. Father, you just touch their hearts and their souls, Father, their rocks, Father, and you just do what you do best. The water hour for everything that you've done. The water kale. The water for your peace, Father. The water, Sayuwan. The water for the life you give us, Father. The water, Kai. The water for the love you show us, Father. The water, Ahab. Thank you, Father, for everything that you do. And we reach out and we just want to continue to do your word and to do your will. We thank you with the water. Thank you for your son, Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Thank you, the water. Thank you, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, for everything you've done, you're doing, and you're doing for us, our mediator, our friend, our teacher, our guide, our brother, the water, Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And most of all, we want to thank the Father, because we know all things are done according to His will, the water, Yahweh. And with that, Father, I just want to say thank you again. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, family. Let's get today's class. It's a fairly simple class. I know the new year is coming around, which is not the new year because the new year is a bib. But I know some of you consider it a new year. So you're gonna be trying to make some life-changing decisions. I mean, I know some people call it the New Year's revolution, resolutions, and all those things, but this is the time of year that we reflect. Uh, it's not the new year, but this is the time where most people reflect back and plan or make changes in the upcoming year, of which they perceive as being the new year. We all know it's Janus, after the god Janus, two faces, looking forward and looking back. But this class is not about the paganism of the new year. This is about making decisions and the purpose. Now, I know a lot of people, no matter what their age are, some are young, some are old, um, older, and they're gonna make decisions in their life. Some are retiring, some are, it's a lot of areas where people are gonna have to make decisions, and it's gonna be life changing decisions. So we gotta have some kind of guide, uh, on how we're going to make the decision. Some people are going to start new businesses. It's important when making these new decisions. Some people are going to retire next year. Some people are going to move out of the country. Some people are going to stay. Some people are going to buy. It's so many decisions that we got to have some kind of guide according to the Most High of how to make decisions and how to find purpose. Now, this class is I gave a class about making decisions, but this is more about finding your purpose in life. Now we understand Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 said the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. That is true. But that is part of it. But we still got to find purpose. Meaning, if you're of young age, you're gonna have to find something that you coming into an adulthood that's gonna provide for you. And if you don't have a family, even for yourself, if you're older, you're gonna have to change your lifestyle to meet or adapt to the economic challenges of the today. Whether you middle age or old, that's a factor that's going to affect everyone from young to old. So what I'm going to do today is try my best to talk to you biblically in a way where you can find purpose in life and then stay within the grace of the Most High. Because you can say you want to be a rapper and go out there and you say these lyrics, these crazy lyrics, putting down women and stuff like that, and that could be your purpose that you want to be one day be a great rapper. But that's not the way the Most High. That's not the route that He would want you to go. Now you may be successful in that, but that won't that won't be what the Most High had planned for you. That will be what Hasatan has planned for you. So with that, first of all, uh, before you make any decision and before you do anything, you change jobs. Before you change jobs, before you do anything, you must remember. This is the number one thing you must remember before you do anything. This so put these verses in your head or write them down, please. And I'm going to start off with Romans 12 and Romans 12 and 2. I'm going to read, and they read, remember these verses before you do anything. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Elohim, that ye present your body a living sacrifice, kodat, a holy, acceptable unto Elohim, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove that what is that good and accepted and perfect will of Allah. I'm going to read that again. Before you make any decisions in life, no matter even business, any move, you have to remember Romans 12 and 1, Romans 12 and 2. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Elohim, that ye present your body a living sacrifice, holy or Kadash, acceptable unto Elohim, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and ye may prove what is that good and accepted and perfect will of Elohim. Now, I say that you have to remember that because in all things you got to remember that's your reasonable service. Being a living sacrifice. A living sacrifice is you sacrificing your life to live in the way He wanted. You want to walk in His word. You are a living sacrifice. But that's not bad news. That's good news because you walking in and sacrificing for Him, He will reward you. That doesn't mean He's going to make you rich. That doesn't mean you're going to get a new jet or a Lamborghini. That does not mean you might not. But if you are a living sacrifice unto him, because you got to remember, Abraham was rich, Lot was rich. A lot of these prophets had Jacob was rich. If you take the terms of today and you take their cattle, their land, and all, they were rich. Job was rich, but their heart was with the Most High. See, that's what you have to remember. Their heart was with the Most High. So you can gain all these things that the world tells you cannot follow in the Most High, but He can reward you with these things. But some of you're not rewarded because he knows that it would take your heart far from Him. So it's kind of a blessing that you don't have Him. But that's for another class. Because one of the things we got to understand before I go into a purpose and figuring out how to figure out your purpose in life and what you need to do, we got to understand that we in this purpose, it has to be that's the best way to put it. You're gonna have to do some physical work in this purpose. You're gonna have to do some labor. You're gonna have to use your body and your mind in this purpose in life. Because the world just don't give you anything free. Not this world. Even the Most High required you to do work. He required you to do something, even from the time of Adam. I mean, think about it. If you read Genesis 2:15, and Genesis 2:15 says, "And Yahweh Elohim took the man, and he put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it." From the beginning, we've been created to work. So we have to remember that we are created to work. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That keeps us healthy, that keeps us strong. He designed our bodies to work, believe it or not. It keeps you moving, it keeps your heart pumping. So we are designed to work. Because he created us to work. He knew that is what we needed. It keeps you focused. It keeps your mind away from evils a lot of time if you doing good work according to the Most High. And back then it was mostly like they worked their land and they did stuff like that, and that was cool, you know, but it was work, and it most likely it wasn't easy work, you know. So you go to Proverbs 21 and 25. I'm gonna stay on this work issue for a minute because we do know some people don't like to work, and if the desire of a slothful killeth him, for his hands refuses to labor. So that's a lazy person, and he's slothful. He don't want to work. His desires, his desires will kill him, in a sense. That slothfulness, that laziness of not wanting to work. So he's always going to be struggling. He's always going to be looking out, trying to, to not do any real labor. So he's always trying to scheme. He's trying to scam. Those are scammers. Don't want to work. They just want to scam their way through sitting around or sitting on a computer or trying to rip people off, stealing credit cards and stuff like that. That can kill them. They end up going to jail. Then we know what happened in jail. They end up either getting killed. They end up taking something from someone that they shouldn't have took, and they end up killed. So these things can kill them. That slothful, that laziness, that unwilling to really do any real labor, to really work. All right, Proverbs 14 and 23. I'm on labor again. And it said, "In all labor there is a profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury." Sometimes I'm with my glasses, boy. So that's Proverbs 14 and 23. So that's just talk is cheap. But if you work hard, there's profit in working hard. Now you know some people like this. They talk all day. They say, "Yeah, man, I work with you. I work with you." They don't show up. They just talk. But if they show up and work for you, and they work hard for you, and you have the funds to pay them, then you pay them. It becomes profitable. But some people don't want to work. They just talk. They always have an excuse. They all have the reason why they couldn't come because they realize the work it's laborers. They realize that they're gonna have to physically do something, and they don't want to do it. Now we know some men. I'm from Detroit, and I know some men are always looking for some woman to take care of them, and that's sad. But I'm not gonna go into that. So we we just gotta understand that one uh we have to remember why, you know, we got to do our reasonable service. We can't conform to this world also, but be transformed, and that's important because when we follow this world and we follow the ways of this world of getting riches, meaning when we trash the Bible, or we don't follow the word, we follow man. Man always tell us that, you got to be rich. You got to have money. You got to have a Lamborghini. You have to have the BMW. Well, who says that? Who really believes that? You can be happy with none of those things. I always tell people this, that happiness it being rich doesn't make you happy. Being rich just makes you comfortable. I give you an example. If two people are flying to New York from, I don't care where you want to go, anywhere, Detroit, it doesn't matter, California, it doesn't matter. And the rich man takes a first class flight, and the average man or the poor man, he takes uh, the standard flight. They both get to where they're going. They both get there even at the same time. That's that. I want you to think about what I mean by that. But that rich man, the only difference between that rich man getting to point A to point B and that poor man getting to point A and point B is a comfort, a little comfort. That's it. It's not nothing that great. It's just comfort. His comfort is a little more. He may get a little more wine. He may get a big more choices of meal. He will. He will get all those things. But you got to understand that poor man, maybe he don't need those things. Maybe the fact that he's sitting beside his wife and children and they're enjoying themselves, they may be close knit. It's more enjoyable than even in that first class. You don't know. It's just comfort. So I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on moving on. Uh, so so this is what you must do first. The first thing you must do before you start making decisions. First, I gave you what you got to remember. Now I'm going to tell you what you do first. The first thing you must do is first I'm going to give you Matthew 6 and 33 because I'm trying to give you Bible verses to back up what I'm saying. So you won't think I'm just talking out my butt. So Matthew 6 and 33, it said, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Allahim and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." So all these, if you seek first the kingdom of Allah, what do that mean? That means you follow his word, you keep his law, statutes, and commandments. You pray about what you got to do. You don't open up a strip club and say that's my purpose in life. You understand? That's what I'm seeking for a career. So you're already out of line because you didn't seek ye first the kingdom. You seek ye first your pocketbook or how you can make money quick. That's what you see. That's what you saw. So if you seek the Father first, you seek Him first in any decisions that you make, and His righteousness. So you seek Him and His righteousness. Why He say, you know, and His righteousness? Because when you seek Him in your decisions, it should be righteous decisions. They shouldn't cause others harm. They shouldn't cause others shame. They shouldn't cause others pain. Even in your personal decision, defining your purpose in life. Now you can go John 8 and 12, and it reads, Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. So in your life, if you want to live a good, solid, beautiful light in the light of Mashiach Yahushua, who died for you on that cross, think about it. You have to walk with him. You have to follow in his footsteps. You have to do what he did. And he lived a righteous life, one of loving and giving. Mashiach Yahushua, he lived a righteous life. So you have to live a righteous life. Temptation is going to come, brothers and sisters. The offers are going to come. I always say the year 2025 is going to be a year of Barakins for the children of Israel. The true children, you. You know who I'm talking about. Many doors are going to open. Not just from the Father, but from Hasatan, because he's putting his last hurrah up. He's trying to take as many of you with him as he can. So the Most High is going to open up blessings. He has done that. Like I always tell people, I did a video before. We're off punishment, and what I mean by we're off punishment is simply that you know for 400 years we were on punishment, and let's sort of like you put a child in a corner, and then you can tell that child you can come out of that corner now. But while he was in that corner, he was on punishment, and those were our curses. But now the curses are lifted. But that still mean that doesn't mean that you can go back to doing what you were doing to be put in that corner. You're not going to still be blessed if you're still doing those sins and those not following God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Once you get out of the corner, you have to turn around and you have to start doing those laws, statutes, commandments. You have to start doing all the things that the Most High is trying to that has demand us to do. Keeping his feast days, keeping his Sabbath. You have to start doing those things. And once you start doing your thing, just like any father, once he take a child off punishment, he wants to reward him. You at the point where he wants to reward you. But you have to do those things. Curses are lifted. Now he's going to pour you out a blessing like never before if you do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to leave that because this class ain't about that. It's about finding purpose. This class is to help all those who are coming up in this supposedly new year, and you're gonna find purpose. You're gonna make major decisions. Make decisions based on what I'm telling you today. Okay? So we understand that those are the you must do first. You must seek first the kingdom and his righteousness. You must do that first. You must get an understanding of a foundation or whatever decisions you make, how they're going to land in righteousness and in truth. And then you must follow Mashiach Yahushai and be the light of life. Meaning you can work, but you don't have to change your life. You don't. Then you got to figure out how to live. Now, finding your purpose, that's part of how to live. Again, like I was talking about before, I can't say that I want to open up a strip club. You understand? And at the same time, I say I'm an Israelite and I'm in this truth. I know what a strip club brings. I can't say I'm going to open up a marijuana, sell marijuana. I know what that brings. Now, is that a legitimate business in most places all over the world now? Yes. Do I want to be part? I can't conform to the world. That's conforming to the world. Now, I know people may have businesses out there and they say, well, I'm doing what I can, but I'm telling you, that's conforming to the world. Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see them that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So when you live and you choose different things and you make purposes in life, career wise, what you're going to pursue, you know, don't be fools. Like I said, I'm a fool if I believe that if I open up a strip club, that the Most High is going to bless me with that. Right. I know who baracking me with that strip club. I know because it destroy lives. That's Hasatan. I ain't a fool. I'm wise enough to make better decisions. Something that ain't gonna hurt my brothers and sisters. Or marijuana distributor store or something like. I know that's not really helping my brothers and sisters. I know. So we just got to remember that these are the things that we how we got to live, what we got to pursue. So you looking for purpose in life, and you're trying to pursue something. You're trying to find a career. You just make sure it falls in 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 the categories that the Most High will want. Like I say, Proverbs 21 and 21 is a good one. They say, "He that follows after righteousness and mercies findeth life, righteousness and honor." Proverbs 21 and 21. He that follows after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness and honor. So if you find something that follows under righteousness, I mean, I give you an example. People like, what is a good example? Like I know someone who starting a health uh drinks in this to help people with their health. Or people selling products that help people with their health, to make them healthy or strong. Those are good, righteous ways you can make money. Health store or something that helps people in a positive way, not a negative way. There's things you can pursue. I mean, contractors building homes for people. That's a baracking to someone, or laundromat, like my daughter has, or something that doesn't harm, but a store, something that doesn't harm people, but or educate people, a school, something that can help people help themselves. Oh, praise it. John 6 and 3 5. John 6 and 3 5. And it said, and Yahweh said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth in me shall never thirst. So he's telling you, if you believe him, you do him, you follow his word, you keep his law, statutes, and commandments that was given by the Most High, and preached by Yahweh Shai, you will never be hungry and you will never thirst. He will always take care of you. That's a blessing in itself. He doesn't lie. He will. Because you got to understand, the world going to offer you a lot of things. And you're going to have a lot of challenges trying to do the righteous thing, trying to do a righteous business. You're going to have the devil going to be overtime on you sometimes. Trying to do these things. Yeah, you know why? Because John 15 and 18, if the world hated you, ye know that he has hated me before it hated you. They hate the most high. Of course they're gonna hate you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So you're gonna have problems because the world is always gonna try to come against you, but you have the most high. So the world is always going to tempt you against the most high, whether a job or a promotion or whatever you're pursuing. So in making your decisions in this new year, which is a bill, really, you're going to have to find the righteous ways to go. Pray about it. Most High will show you. You know, one of the if you wanted to wrap it up and you wanted to talk about your faith and finding purpose in the Most High, Psalms 23 can probably kind of put it all together in one picture. Psalms 23. I'm going to read it because it's not a long chapter. It only has six verses. Psalms 23 and 1 to Psalms 23 and 6, and it goes. You know, Yahweh is my shepherd; I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pasture. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my rock. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. He said, everything your purpose in life. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will not fear evil, for thou art with me, and thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort me. It's always with you, no matter what purpose, no matter what you do, he's with you. He's going to comfort you. He's going to make sure you come through. It may be a little rough sometimes because Hasatan is going to keep attacking you, but he's with you. Remember that. As long as you stay righteous on his path, in his word, whatever you pursue, and this is a righteous thing to do, he will be with you and he will comfort you. Psalms 23 and 5, I will continue. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over, even amongst your enemies, the ones that are attacking you, the ones that's trying to prevent your purpose that you have chosen to follow the word of the Most High and whatever career you choose, but you staying focused and you understanding that you must be a living sacrifice to the Most High and you doing what you're supposed to do. Your enemy to be right there and cannot do nothing to you, and your cup still will run it over. Do you get that? Psalms 23 and 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. Hmm. Isn't that beautiful? So what he's saying, walk with him. Have purpose in life. Find those things that you want to do, but make sure they line up righteousness with the Father. You know, it's just it's just a beautiful thing. Now, you just got to do what you're supposed to do. You know, everything that you do in life, you work hard at doing. It doesn't matter what it is. I know in Proverbs, don't remember Proverbs. Okay, Proverbs 21 and 25. No, well, I did go over that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Proverbs talks about working hard. Uh, I'm gonna put the verses in there, and when it talks about, I can't remember the verse. And if someone know the verse, but I know it talks about no matter what you do, you work hard at it, and you will be rewarded. Don't go that, but basically that's what it says, and that's in Proverbs. I think it's somewhere in 21, but I'll find it and put it into the description block. But back to to your purpose. So all of you out there, whether you're young or old, and you trying to find purpose, you trying to figure out what are you going to do. The so-called New Year is coming up, and I know a lot of New Year's resolutions are swinging, and you trying to figure out how to do. Now, my thing is this, like I told you. Whatever you do, you remember that you are a living sacrifice to the Most High. So if you are a living sacrifice to the Most High, you got to live that way holy. You have to live that way acceptable. You have to live that way that that like Romans 12:2 says, and it would be do not conform to this world, and don't be transformed in the mind, so that you may be an acceptable and perfect for the will of Allah. So you have to remember that. You have to remember that. That's the first thing that you have to remember in your decision. Is it according to being a good service to the Most High? Is it whatever you're getting ready to do? You know, and then you must do this first. And one of the things you must do first is to seek the Most Father in righteousness, and all the things may be added on to you. So once you seek Him, first you remember that you are a living sacrifice, and then you start to seek Him and do His will. And then you got to live. Then you have to live. I'm gonna just break it down. You got to live. And you go to Ephesians 5:15 again, and he say, "See that ye are walked in circumspectly, not as fools, and be wise." So you got to be wise in all your decisions. Wise. And you got to remember that if you follow after righteousness, you will mercy findeth life, and righteousness and honor. And that's Proverbs 21 and 21. So you keep then like I said, Psalms 23 kind of packages it all, you know. So you do these things, and in the end, like Psalms 23 and say, surely goodness and mercy shall follow all the days of your life. And you will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. So not only will you be rewarded in this world, you're going to be rewarded in the next. I know people always say, well, I don't want my reward till after I die. No, your reward is you breathing. That's a reward right there. You watching this video, you got both your eyes. That's a reward right there. So you're already receiving some of your rewards here. Not everybody can breathe. Not everybody can see. Not everybody can breathe without equipment. Not everybody can see without equipment. So you already being blessed. So when you start looking at it that way, and then you start worrying about what everybody else got, stay on your purpose. Figure out what you're going to do, but make sure they fall in that line. The Most High is always with you. He's always with you. Like you said, I prepare us a table before me, present by my enemy. When your enemy around, he got you. You know that? But you got to remember this last thing, and I'm going to let it go. Um, about your purpose. So find your purpose. Sometimes it's difficult. You know, me, it took a long time for me to find my purpose in life. You know, I went from couldn't afford college to going in the military because I couldn't afford college. You know, doing many years in the military. You know, working for the government afterwards. Now you ask me what was my purpose while I was doing all that. I don't know. I think most of the time I was just trying to survive. I don't think I truly found my purpose until I learned the truth in this word. That is when I start to see my purpose. Before that, I was just floating around, um, just trying to survive like everybody else, believing that was my purpose. And it's okay because you have to work. But you can find joy, you can find purpose in your work, you can continue to serve the Most High, but you have to find it. You have to move on it. See, the Hasatan relies on steadfast. He relies on you resolve. How you say it? Not trying to face the world. If he can keep you, whoever you are, old or young, if he can keep you locked in one place where you're not growing mentally, you're not growing physically, you're not growing, he keeping you there, you're losing. Because now he can feed you whatever he wants to feed you because he knows you want to stay in that little box and keep you there. The world may be moving on, and then the world is moving. So he know eventually you're gonna have to get out of that box. And once you get out of that box and you're not prepared for the world, or you're not prepared for whatever you're doing, you're gonna fail. He loves you to fail. That's what Hasatan does. And all he does, he's always trying to prep for you to fail. So you hate yourself. So you can feel unworthy. So you can all these things that you're not smart enough or you're not this. That's what he does. He's just a trickster. You don't have to fall for it. But I'm going to leave you with this for all you out there trying to find purpose. Because I can't tell you your purpose. I can't tell you the direction you can go. But I can tell you how to go in that direction, which I talked about, in righteousness and keeping this truth. Because it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to Matthew 7 and 21 because a lot of people believe that whatever they do, they trying to pursue riches, they trying to get rich, and they think that's their purpose in life. But that's not what the Most High had for them. That's not what the Most High wanted for them. And they may go to church every on Sunday, which you don't supposed to do that. You're supposed to go on the Sabbath. And they may think that they're doing the right thing because that's what the world, because they conform to the world. That's what the world told them to do. But what they're going to get is Matthew 7 and 21. Now everybody, one that saith unto me, Yahweh, Yahweh, shall enter the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So you have to do his will, not yours. That's what it comes down to. That's simply what it comes down to. Doing his will. You are here to serve the Most High. You are not here to serve yourself. In serving the Most High, you will get rewards. But once you put yourself in front of him and you make yourself the one you truly serving, you are now serving Hasatan. Because he said you will put no others before him, not even yourself. You are here to serve him, and in his serving, you will be rewarded. Your cup will flow over. And with that, brothers and sisters, I love you. Um, I'm not going to wish you no holiday seasons because there ain't no holiday seasons. It ain't the Feast of Tabernacle, not the Pentecost or something. Because even Christ did Pentecost. Uh, it's not Passover. It's not none of the feast days. Now, if you practice it one of the feast days during this time, it's like the Pentecost, then hey, happy seasons. I hope you have a wonderful Pentecost. I hope you have a wonderful time. But if you celebrating New Year's and you celebrating Christmas and all these other wicked holidays, honestly, I don't wish you have a good time because I hate them. Like the Most High said, you must hate sin. So I don't want you to have a good time on those type of days. And that doesn't mean I don't love you. That doesn't mean I don't love you. Whoever you are out there, I love you. I just don't like those days because I know that they're not of Yah. They are not of Yah. And with that, brothers and sisters, I tell you, I love you again. I hope to see you the next Sabbath. And I'm going to leave it again like I always. All praises to the Most High.